Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Claire Francis, and on this channel we talk about all things shopping, style and fashion for the over 50s woman. Keep watching today because coming up I have a haul from Phase 8, and I also want to talk to you a little bit about how to wear black. I have noticed there's quite a lot of black coming into the shops this season. Winter seems to be going a little bit darker. Black hasn't been particularly on trend the last few years, but there is a lot of black. However, many of you might have heard that rule that not many people should be wearing black. So I want to talk a little bit about that as well. First of all, I've got something else to show you, not from Phase 8. What do you think of this? I'd like to know your opinion. So I saw in TK Maxx this little knitted jacket. It's very soft and furry. It's a grey and a cream sort of colour, light cream and grey, which is probably a little bit better for me than black and white, which is a bit harsh. And it's a sort of on-trend zebra print, so I think maybe it's a little bit better than the leopard print for me, which can be quite warm. It's a little bit dramatic. I'll just step back and show you a little bit more. You can see it's quite long. It comes to my sort of mid-thigh. I'll show you a long shot of that in a minute. And it has these nice gold buttons that do up all the way down. I can have the collar like this, or I can fold it over and then I've got a bit more of a lapel, which might be more suitable. Now today I've got it on with a black jumper, which isn't necessarily how I would wear it, but I'll explain that in a minute. But I'd like to know what you think. It is beautifully soft and warm. Obviously not suitable for very wet weather, it's not weatherproof, but it is quite warm and cozy, and I've actually been wearing it quite a lot since I bought it because I really like it. It is quite dramatic though, it does get you noticed, but I think it's a nice colourways. I like the grey, and I'm actually thinking of wearing it when we go into winter. I want to go more into the grey and burgundy sort of spectrum of colours. So I thought that would be quite a nice addition. And it didn't really cost me anything because I was taking something back to TK Maxx, which was £40. And this jacket was actually £40, so I felt like I almost got it for free. But lovely jacket, very unusual. Let me know what you think of it. On to my Phase 8 haul. This arrived earlier in the week and I've had a chance to have a look and a try on. The first item I'm going to show you is this polo neck jumper. So you can see that it's quite high roll neck here, and then I'll show you the sleeves. There's this lovely long cuff here, and then here it's sort of gathered and it's slightly balloon sleeves there. So it's a really nice shape. Fits really well. I got a size 12. I wanted it to be quite fitted, which it is, and it's a beautifully soft material. Now I do find that Phase 8 knitwear is beautiful. It's very nice quality. However, it's also very expensive. I think the full price of this jumper was £70, which is why I've been looking in the Phase 8 sale online. Now, some of the things they've got in the sale are summer season things, which I might not want to buy at the moment, but they also have quite a collection of knitwear, which probably is last spring or winter's colours, but actually they're virtually the same as this year's colours. They may be just a slightly different beige or a slightly different version of cream or black, for example. So I find them not a lot different to what's in the shop at the moment. This one, I think I paid just under £40 for it, but I think the quality of the fabric, the feel is lovely and it fits beautifully, and I haven't washed it yet, but I think it will wash well as well. It does feel like a beautiful jumper. Now, I don't tend to wear a lot of black, especially close to my face, so you may think it looks a little bit harsh on my colouring. However, my hair at the moment is quite bright blonde. It went quite goldeny last time I had it coloured, so I think that counteracts it a bit. But I wanted to ask you, have you had your colours done? I remember about 10 years ago, I had my colours done by the House of Colour, and it came up that I was a summer. You know, it's divided into 4 seasons. Well, apparently now it's not just 4 seasons, it's got a lot more complicated than when I had it done. But I had my colours done and I was a summer. So inside it gives you all these colours that supposedly are good colours for you. So you can see there I've got lots and lots of pinks. I have got a sort of darker burgundy there and some darker purples. And then on the other side, I've got lots and lots of blues. I've got some neutrals there. You can see a brown and a sort of reddy brown and a cool beige. but then lots and lots of blues and some greens as well. But basically, because I'm summer, they all have to be soft colours, nothing too harsh, which is why officially I shouldn't wear black. However, I think people's colouring does vary through the year because, for example, when I've got a bit of a suntan or my hair's just been freshly dyed and it's looking quite blonde, quite golden, I think maybe you can get away with some of the stronger colours a little bit more. However, black can wash some people out. So in terms of colour theory, the only people really who should be wearing black are winters. Winters tend to have dark colouring, tend to be quite intense. They may have pale coloured skin, but they probably have dark hair which contrasts that. And there's not a lot of warmth in their tones, it's quite cool tones. So winters are supposed to suit black, and I'm definitely not a winter. So I'd be interested to know what you think. Do you think I can get away with the black or not? There are ways of softening the black and making it work for you if you are one of the other seasons. And by the way, I did find a lady online called Sarah Ryan, who's Irish, who is a colourist and a stylist, and she's got lots of information about seasonal colouring, and it might be useful if you're interested in finding out a bit more about that. Have a look at her channel. Interesting insights. Now, as I said, now you're not just a summer, but you can be divided into 3 or 4 subcategories as well. So it does get a bit complicated. And some stylists disregard it now. They say you don't need to worry too much about it. You're either a cool tone or you're a warm tone, and that's all you need to think about. But I think it is useful to have your colours done and to sort of bear in mind when you are shopping the sorts of colours that are more likely to suit you. Now, if you are wearing black, I mean, obviously Christmas season coming up, sorry, not yet, in a couple of months, people do like to wear black in the evenings, and I think you can get away with it a little bit more in the evenings because you've got a brighter makeup on. So for example, I've done a fairly dark makeup today. I wanted to make sure my features didn't get lost and I didn't look too washed out with the black. So in the evening when you are dressed up and you have that deeper sort of makeup look, I think you can get away with it a little bit more. Also, I'm breaking another rule, because if you do want to wear black, you shouldn't really wear it right next to your face unless you are a winter. So as I said, I am trying to counteract that. I have got my hair, which is quite bright today, and I've got a reasonable amount of makeup on, so it looks a bit brighter. But really, I would need to soften that. And there are ways of softening it. For example, I could add a scarf around my neck, which was in a slightly more flattering colour possibly, or I could make the black go further away from my face, so not have a high roll neck, have maybe a V-neck, and then have a more suitable colour inside that's actually nearer my face. So that's one way of making it wearable. In colour theory though, to be honest, not wearing black is a good idea for lots of people because, as I said, it can be a bit harsh. So really, as a summer, my colours would be more like greys, maybe a charcoal grey, maybe even a teal or something like that. I could get away with a darker teal, darker grey, and of course navy. Navy is often a good colour for summers. If you're autumn colouring, really your best friend in dark colours is probably chocolate brown. Some of you might be able to get away with black, but chocolate brown and a version of navy, maybe a marine navy or something like that, might be good for autumns. And for spring, again, black isn't an ideal colour. You'll be better off going for a navy, maybe a French navy or something, or a lighter, brighter sort of version of a darker colour would be more suitable. You have to try really and see what goes with your colouring, but just bear that in mind when you're looking at all these black clothes that are coming in. If you go head to toe black and you haven't got the right colouring, it's probably going to look a little bit harsh on you, maybe a little bit aging as well. So we do have to be a bit careful, but I'd like to know your opinions on whether you think this black is a bit too harsh for me. I do like it, and I probably will keep it just because I think it's useful and it will go with lots of things, but I am aware that it's possibly not my best colouring. And a couple of other tips for wearing black. Have a look at the intensity of the black. You can get a black that looks almost navy, you're not sure if it's black or navy. That might be a good colour to go for. And again, you get some blacks that are almost dark brown stroke black. So if you can soften the black in some way and have a less intense black, that will probably be helpful. Even things like matching your accessories then to that darker tone. For example, that black pair of sunglasses just ties in a little bit with the overall look. I might then wear it with a lighter colour skirt, but maybe some black shoes. So I've got a bit of a colour sandwich going on there. So there are ways of making black more workable for you. It's just something you can be aware of. And really look, when you try clothes on, look at the colour and how, does it light up your face? Does it do good things for your complexion, or does it tend to drain you a bit? Beige is another colour that's very difficult to wear, particularly a yellowy beige if you're a cool toned person. So you have to look for the right shade of neutrals, beiges and things like that. You're better off with something like a taupe if you're a summer. So another thing I wanted to show you before I show you any more items is the shoes that I'm going to wear with this when I style it up a little bit later. So I wanted to make a point. Do you remember I showed you these shoes when I did my update your style video? They're a sort of mid heel. They're not a kitten heel, they're not a chunky heel, and they're very round toed. Now, there was nothing wrong with those shoes at all. I could wear them. They'd actually be a really good workwear pair of shoes because they're quite comfortable, easy to walk in, but they don't make me feel fantastic. So if I wanted a low heel for a more dressier outfit, I would probably have to reach for those because I haven't got anything else at the moment, or didn't have anything else at the moment. But they don't make me feel stylish, they don't make me feel sexy, they don't make me feel dressed up at all. So I found in Pavers actually, which is a shop I don't go into very often, another pair that I think illustrates really well the difference between what is more on trend and looks stylish and what doesn't. So there was these shoes that I'm comparing it to. And then in Pavers, again, a sale item, I found these shoes. So they are patent again. They are probably 2-inch heel, but it's more of a kitten heel. And we've got a nice point here, and the actual bit here is quite pointed as well. So that is a lot more stylish and on trend and feels a lot more sexy when you wear it than the round toe version. So just to show you those two side by side, you can see that just small design details can make a lot of difference to whether you feel stylish or you feel a little bit more frumpy. As I said, there's nothing wrong with the first pair, but it doesn't really make you feel anything special. So I'm pleased I found those. They were £35 in Pavers. They seemed to be, there wasn't many of them. There was a lot of like walking boots and ankle boots and things, but there wasn't a lot of nicer shoes. But I did spot that pair and thought I had to pick it up. So I will be using those shoes when I show you some outfits later on. The second item I wanted to show you is this navy and white striped cardigan. I'll show you the sleeves here. There's a little cuff and you can see the fabric. It's a really nice quality material. It feels like it won't bobble. It feels like it will last a long time. Really nice, comfortable, not at all itchy. It hasn't got wool or anything in it, but it's just a beautiful fabric. And it has these gold buttons, if you can see that there, all the way down. And the length of it is sort of mid-length. It comes to the top of my hips there. It's loose-ish, so it's not too tight, but I didn't want it too oversized. You could wear it like this with the white hem there, or you could tuck it under like that and wear it a little bit higher up on your waist if you wanted to. It does feel absolutely beautiful. Now again, I think this was £99 full price, and I do struggle to pay £99 for a cardigan. This was at roughly half price. I think it was maybe about £55. I'll check that. But I thought that was, for the quality, I think that's really good. And I can see myself wearing this in lots of ways, in lots of seasons. It will be a brilliant spring cardigan for me because I wear a lot of navy in the spring, and I can see it being very versatile. It's also not too big to actually have undone. You could actually just wear it loose undone with another top underneath. And in the winter, you could wear it with a roll neck or polo neck as well underneath. So beautiful jumper. I'm really pleased with this, and I definitely will be keeping this. The next item I have to show you is a midaxi skirt, but it's a denim one. So I saw this on the website. I thought it looked really nice. You can see it's got a nice flat gold button there. I thought that looked quite flat with the zip opening and the button there. I don't like anything that's too bulky or bulging around the waist. Got pockets at the front there, also got pockets at the back. Now because it's phase 8, let me just show you a full length shot there so you can see the length of it. It is midaxi on me, so if you're a bit more petite. I'm 5'7". You might find it a little bit long. It'll be more like a maxi, so bear that in mind. I was hoping it would be a really nice fabric, but to me it's okay, but I don't think it's anything particularly special. It's very stretchy, which might be good for some people. It's not particularly good for me because I prefer it to have a little bit of tightness to hold me in a little bit across the stomach. So I can see it stretching a little bit, and I did find it really big. Now I ordered the 12 and the 14. The 12, even the 12 is too big on me, and I'll show you in a minute when I try it on. And to say, the fabric is nice, but it's not anything special. Now, it wasn't hugely expensive. In the sale, it was £35, but I think I can find a better maxi skirt. I don't think personally I'll be keeping this, partly because it's very big. It would be a nicer skirt if it fitted you, and I think for the money it's quite good value, but I'm not exactly what I'm looking for. So I'll just try it on and show you what I mean about the sizes. So a couple of changes. I've put a lighter colour jumper on so you can see the skirt a little bit better in a minute. And I've swapped my coats around because I thought the zebra print coat was a bit distracting. So that's gone to the back so that you can see more what I'm wearing here. So this is the midaxi skirt. You can see it's a dark indigo colour. It is very long. The slit isn't too long. It comes just above the knee. So that's okay. It does retain your modesty. But let's have a look at the sizing. Can you see what I mean by the size there? That is very loose and very baggy. Yeah, I could wear a belt to cinch it in a little bit, but I feel because it's stretchy, it's only going to end up stretching more and be a little bit too loose. I mean, it does look quite nice. I'm quite pleased with this shape. I like that slim pencil midaxi type length. 2 pockets at the front, as you can see there. 2 pockets at the back, you can see there. It is a nice skirt. It's sort of growing on me a little bit, but as I said, I'm a bit disappointed with the sizing. Nice-ish fabric, but very stretchy, as I said. Not sure if that's going to be a keeper. I will style it up in a couple of ways to show you what it could look like. Definitely the style is something I'm looking for, a darker denim midaxi skirt. Next item is a coat. So we've got here this coat, which is, the colour is described as charcoal. So I didn't want to get black for the reasons we talked about earlier. I thought having a black coat that I might have to wear an awful lot in the winter maybe isn't a good idea. So I've gone for something a little bit softer, and it is a softer grey, which is nice. Very heavy, which is why I'm putting it back on the rail now and then. It's got a hood with a fur lining around it there. I think you can take that off so it doesn't have to have the fur around it if you want to then wear it in seasons that aren't winter and you think it looks a bit too wintry. Nice zip, nice quality zip, 2 zipped pockets there. Very long length, sort of midaxi length on me. It does have some poppers at the bottom so that you can open it up a little bit if you need to as you're walking or sitting down, you want it open. So a really substantial coat. These coats in phase 8 are very expensive. I think they're about £160, some of them now, the new ones. So this colour was from last season, but obviously it's a universal colour. Really nice, thick, warm material, not too puffy. I'll show you it on in a minute. It is a very nice, good quality, heavy duty coat. Now I do have a phase 8 coat that is a size 16, which I got a couple of years ago when I was a little bit heavier, and that's much too big for me now. So I ordered the size 14 thinking that would be perfect, and I have tried size 14s on in jackets and coats and they usually fit me. However, this is very tight. I can just about do it up, but it's tight across the chest. Some people did comment in the reviews that the sleeves were very tight, and they are a little bit tight, but that's not too much of a concern for me. My arms are fairly slim. It's across the chest, and really I can do it up with a thin layer like this, one thin jumper underneath, but I couldn't do it up if I had a thicker jumper. So really it defeats the purpose. It is a lovely coat, but I would have to size up in it. And then again, I'd be a bit worried that the hip area is going to be too wide because the hips fit me perfectly. I think I could be a bit swamped in the 16 if it's much bigger, but it's just a tiny bit tight across the chest there. So a little bit disappointed. I'll show you the hood up. So it's a nice fur hood, does up right up to the top there to keep you nice and snuggly and nice and weather resistant, but it's the colour as well I like on me. It's just a shame it's a tiny bit tight there. Is it worth keeping and just wearing light layers underneath? I don't know. What do you think? As I say, with the 16, I am a bit concerned because the hips are absolutely fine on me. Oh, I did forgot to say as well, it does come with a nice buckle. Let me just show you here a shot of it full length with the coat done up. You can see what it looks like. The buckle and the belt are lovely as well. So beautiful quality. Just maybe the sizing's not quite right on me, but like the colour, like the quality, like the style. It's the end of the week now. We had a lovely day yesterday. I've done some filming and put some outfits together for you. Just a couple of other things before we continue. If you have been enjoying this video, please like, and if you would like to, please subscribe. It does help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it's nice to pick up some new subscribers. So thank you for that. One other new thing I have to show you is a pair of earrings that I bought this week in TK Maxx. So they came in this box. Says Me London on the front there, and they're gold plated. I'll show you a little bit closer up if I can get them off. So they're like sort of beveled gold, so they're a little bit different to my normal hoops. I thought they were really nice, and they were very reasonably priced at £15, so I think that was a good price for them. Very useful. Can I get them back in my ear? That's another thing. I did it perfectly a minute ago. Yes, I can. So that's something I picked up as well from TK Maxx this week. Okay, still wearing the black at the moment. Let me know what you think about the colour. Is it a bit harsh, or is it wearable depending on other things? It's a little bit of a dark black. Be interested to know your views about colour theory and things. Okay, I've got some outfits to show you now. The first outfit is the light jumper, the beige jumper, with my cream fleece gilet with the denim skirt and the tan M&S handbag I've shown you in previous videos, and my Mary Jane ballet flat suede shoes from M&S again. Really loving those shoes. I haven't actually worn them outside the house yet because I'm worried about ruining them. I have sprayed them with a protector, but I'm being very cautious with them, but they are a beautiful slipper at the moment. Hopefully I will wear them outside at some point. The second outfit is more of a smarter workwear type outfit. I've got a navy blazer that I already had in my wardrobe. I've had that a long time, with the denim skirt. Then the M&S tan bag and a tan belt from TK Maxx. And I've paired that with my neutral kitten heels. You might have seen those are the ones that I bought last week from TK Maxx. So I liked that outfit. I felt very stylish in it, quite smart, but not over smart. It didn't feel too officey to me. The third outfit is the cream stripe cardigan with my cream midaxi skirt from TK Maxx that I showed you in my last video. I've got my black kitten heels, the ones I picked up from Pavers, and a black bag that I had in my wardrobe which has gold detail on it, which I think matches with the gold buttons of the cardigan. Then the same outfit, this time with the tan M&S bag and the neutral kitten heels. Really like the tonal shades of that, thought they worked very well together, and that would be a lovely spring outfit as well. So I will be keeping this striped cardigan and wearing it well into spring and summer next year. The next outfit is my coat. So you can see the coat there properly in full length. In the sunlight, you can see it does look more of a grey. It's not a black. And you can see there it does have the belt that does up around the middle. It also has the poppers at the bottom that you can undo if you want to, or you can have them done up. Also has zip pockets. And then you can also see with the hood on, it is a really warm, snuggly coat that will definitely be very weatherproof. Then I've got my black jumper with the cream midaxi skirt with some black long boots, which I have in my wardrobe. They're from Clark's. I have a black pair and a tan pair. I could also have added the fur gilet into this outfit. I think that would have looked really nice. I thought about that afterwards. Then just to show you the zebra print coat again, you can see I've got it on with the black jumper. This time you can see the colour is definitely a grey and sort of off-white. It's not quite as harsh as it looks in some pictures. And you can see here, this is me wearing it out. This is actually taken on Poole Quay. The weather wasn't that nice that day, so I didn't do a lot of filming there. Okay, so hope you like those outfits. Next week, I'm going to go more casual. I'm very good at dressing up. In fact, I'm always a little bit overdressed, if anything. I like buying nice dresses and that sort of thing, but I'm going to make myself be sensible and be a bit more casual. So I've put together some casual autumn outfits, and there are some new items from M&S as well. And I'm looking at trainers. I'm trying to get myself a nice pair of autumn trainers as well. So lots of things going on next week. So I hope you will join me then. Thank you for watching today. I hope you all have a really good week, and I'll see you next week.